Good evening, bonjour tout le monde, merci beaucoup, and thank you. Thank you to the Public Policy Forum for this incredible award. I also want to say thank you to Premier Notley for her continued commitment to good public policy that makes a difference in people's lives. And congratulations to the other recipients of this award. Sadly, I can't be with you tonight because I am in Ottawa at the closing ceremonies for the Governor General's Canadian Leadership Conference. I looked at the bios for all of the other recipients, well, not all of them, because it became too intimidating to look at everybody's. I'm in awe by the depth and breadth, and I am very pleased to join your ranks. And it made me think of the contribution of the labor movement. It made me think of the contribution of people from Western Canada who've made this country an incredible place to live for Canadians, for newcomers, for Aboriginal people, for all of us to take a part in making sure that we create a country that is good for all. As I listened to the responses from the recipients over time, I thought, what's my story? And I came up with 3 words: equality, education, and empowerment. When I first became active in the labor movement, I was a social worker, and I looked at this place as somewhere where I could really create change for women in particular. And then over time, I discovered that it was also a place to create change for Aboriginal peoples, for workers of color, for people with disabilities, for young people, for LGBTQ workers as well. We have created a lot of change in those almost 40 years I've been active, but we've got a lot more to do because we know that there are still inequalities in our workplaces. I know all of our advances on public policy issues have not been made without my other passion, which is education. In the labor movement, we spend a lot of time and effort to make sure that our members have the tools and the skills to be able to examine issues and to be able to feel confident about discussing them in a variety of forums. I also know that learning doesn't take just place in the classroom. I've learned from men and women who were on the On to Ottawa trek that talked about their lives in the 1930s and the lives that they hoped that would happen for their children, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren. I've also learned from the other end of the generation divide, from the young men and women that go to the SFL summer camp, a camp I started on human justice in 1989. And some of our kids now are in their mid-40s, and they're doing tremendous things in Canada and around the world. There's been so many opportunities. The Prairie School for Union Women, creating Unionism on Turtle Island, which is a specialized program in the labor movement about Indigenous issues. And we get to continue that work. Currently, one of the big issues of the Canadian Labour Congress is, can work be safe when home isn't? Which is about working together with employers and governments on the questions of domestic violence and its effects on the workplace. All of which leads to my 3rd E, empowerment. Whether we're involved together in the issues around pay equity, missing and murdered Indigenous women, childcare, the fight for 15 for a higher minimum and living wages, Canada Pension Plan, housing, whatever it may be, we've got to do this together. So I say to you, I plan to be involved, continue to be involved in public policy issues when I move home to Saskatchewan and I put those roots down. I'll be there. I want to be part of helping to build a better country. Thank you very much. Thanks for the honor. It's been great.